Greetings, my noble knights. This is like the third time I've tried to record this video. And why? Because the first time, I got a little too eager on something. I, with the video, I was talking rambling, basically, and got completely sidetracked. Second time, I didn't realize I had the Noivern logo still up, so I had to delete that video and start again. Whoops. Flew right over my head. And this time, hopefully, it will be the one. So, before I get into this, do not pester any individuals that are shown on this at this point, or ever, preferably. I was interacting with a very much pro GameFreak decision person, and they ended up blocking me completely. And that's what made me decide to make this video, because when you cut off discourse like that, a debate, you're not strengthening your position. You're not getting information flowing. These are important things, especially in a debate or a touchy subject like this, which would be something that's worth debating. And as I pointed out, if you want to show why you believe that Game Freak's in the right, I would like to hear your full opinion. I kept it respectful. I did get cursed at. I did get insulted quite a bit during that. Again, they're obviously on a more emotional scale at that point, so don't go harassing them. It's an example, and this is something that I'm hoping will help the both sides of the community to act with dignity when it comes to these topics. And through it, I go over each part of his argument bit by bit, and demonstrate why these issues are problems. And he started using a round argument where it just kind of came back to it's a circular argument, round argument. Wow, I'm tired tonight. And so it came down to basically either they have a budget or they don't. If they have a budget, we need to expect a good game out of them. And if they don't, we should allow them to make their cuts. You can't have both. So which one was it? At that point, he actually ended up blocking me. So I'll take that as a win. I mean, he responded, but I never got to see those because he blocked me immediately after he finished those responses. So yeah, and I went ahead and demonstrated that. And I will admit that was a little bit petty. I will admit that, but when you do that kind of thing, I'm not going to be quite as nice about it. I mean, come on, show a little dignity there. But again, like I said before, don't target individuals. Don't go after this individual. I'm using it as a demonstration on why this is so important. He got heated, he got steamed, happens to the best of us. More than likely, he got heated and steamed anyway. He was done and decided, I'm just going to block this individual because I don't want to hear what they have to say anymore. I don't agree with that decision, but that's his prerogative. No reason to go harass him over it. So, anyway, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because, yes, there needs to be a very open discourse between those for Game Freak's decision and against. Unfortunately, every for Game Freak decision person I've actually run across on Twitter, on YouTube, etc., has been downright militant. It's kind of weird. Most of the time, these passionate fans that are defending a company have good reason to do so, and they're the ones on the defensive. But this time, they're out on the attack from what I've seen, and it's kind of weird. And the criticizing group usually is just kind of harassing, and that's not really how it's been playing out this time. And I know both groups can do better, because, yeah, there's still some harassment, some insults being thrown from the Bring Back National Dex side. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. And it's very easy to get steamed. So that brings me to my point. I would like to host an actual debate between these two parties, between two groups of people, those supporting Game Freak and those against Game Freak, and holding it in a as neutral as possible way, which means I'm going to have to withdraw myself, except as kind of like a moderator, where my own feelings on the topic I cannot allow to be intervening. Everyone is going to have a little bit of bias, and myself included, I'm going to have bias. I feel very passionately about one of these sides, the Bring Back National Dex side. But for this one debate, I have to put that away, because right now I would need to be kind of the moderating committee, if you will, to make sure that both sides stay clean, they don't get on the offensive, and it's reasons and discussions on how and why this happens, what can be done, what should be done, is GameFreak in the right, is it in the wrong for doing this, and doing so in a way that allows the community to form opinions in a more respectful and healthy way, because we're going to continue to see the blow up on Twitter. We are going to. At this point, it is obvious. It's not going away anytime soon. Japan is angry. The UK has been going at it since the release announced. And the United States has been continuously pumping out Bring Back National Dex. So that's not going away. But we can at least give both sides a proper platform to express why they feel that these ideas are important. We can give a platform for these groups to interact with each other on a healthy, respectful way, and hopefully at least get the community from splitting apart at the seams like it is right now and back together. And that is really an important thing. I mean, even if I decide to part ways, I still want to see this community be whole. I want to see this community succeed, because Pokemon is something that's still special to me. Even if I don't go into Sword and Shield, I still want to see the people in it, the ones who draw the fan art, the ones who play the games, the ones who play the older games, the ones who play competitive, be able to still come together and enjoy something special. And, I mean, it's something I've had almost my entire life. I don't want to lose the Pokemon idea, if you will. And I feel like there's a splitting going down the middle at the moment, where fanboyism and anger are two very big triggers at the moment. So that's what this debate's about. Again, this isn't to attack anyone. Please understand that. I'm begging you. This is not an attack on the person that ended up blocking me. It happens. I'll bring up very valid points and I'll end up being blocked. It happened with PETA just recently, which is hilarious. So I'm not really upset by that. I'm more disappointed when that happens. Disappointed that these groups, these people, aren't willing to listen and instead decide to jump on a completely different direction. So it's disappointing, but that's all it is. I'm going to move on. I'm going to forget that this individual interacted with me in the first place, because I've got better things to do than to harass an individual. And I'm begging you to have that same mindset. Do not harass them. Respect that they're still people. And again, let's focus on the debate. The reason why I brought this video up was, yes, because of this individual doing this and giving me that, yeah, this really needs to be done. The video itself needs to be put out so that we can get the community together and try to sort this out a little bit and at least try to heal a few of the wounds, even if that's not necessarily possible. Just at least get some kind of understanding between these two groups and a little bit of more respect than has been delivered lately. And you could say it's the ones that are for GameFreak causing this. You could say it's the ones that are complaining in the first place doing this. Personally, I have my own beliefs, obviously, but that's not the point of this. It's to have that debate, clear the air, and hopefully be able to discuss this with some maturity instead of, the Pokedex community is just ranting again. They should shut up already, or, the Game Freak apologists are so obnoxious. I don't want that to be what we have whenever we talk Pokemon anymore. I don't want that to be that all. We need to continue to express our opinions, absolutely, but we need to do so with respect. And I myself am going in a circular discussion at the moment. I apologize for that. So I'm going to end it here, but consider this the call to arms, if you will, the invite to a debate that will be hosted on Discord. It will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube, to other sites. If you're in the call, if you're in the debate, yes, you will be able to upload that footage to your personal accounts, be it on like a podcast, on a Twitter account, Twitlonger, or whatever, be it on YouTube or whatever other sources. You'll be able to do so. The only thing I require on that is you credit the people involved. I will do the same if I have the social media, of course. If you don't want to be credited, that's fine too. Just let them know you don't want to be credited. Don't link me. And that is okay. But I don't want people to think that, oh, well, he's just doing this for views. I don't want it to be just for views. I want this to actually be something that gets out to as much of the community as possible. Not for myself, not for one or two individuals. I'm kind of on an outer radius of the Pokemon community. I have my own fan base, obviously, and they are the best. I'm just going to make that clear. But I am kind of on the outer rims of the Pokemon community. I don't really interact with a lot of trainers anymore. I've kind of slowed down on that front. So it's just how my stance is right now. And apparently a hair's going to fall on my cheek and get itchy. But anyway, that is all I have for you at the moment. And again, I'll leave the links to the Twitter so you can contact me there. You can discuss that, yeah, I want to be part of the debate. I side with this side below, or you can contact me on Discord and do the same. I will want equal numbers, so I may make cuts. If I do, it's because one side just has so many supporters over the other that I don't have enough slots on the other side to justify that many people on the other side. I don't want this to be a gang up. So I will maybe vet at that point, make sure that the bigger group has its best, and trust that the smaller group has their best as well. And so I'll do what I can to balance it. Obviously, you can't balance something like this 100%, but I will do my best to make it an even playing field for both sides. Okay, now I've rambled way too long. I'm sorry. Again, feel free to contact me Twitter, Discord, or YouTube to get involved. And hopefully we can get this issue sorted. I'm going to continue to be for the Pokedex, but on the debate, I am not on either side. I am not going to be helping either side when it comes to the debate itself. So, let's get this started, shall we? See you there.